going on, guys? My name is Joe Nazarino. I'm a military officer slash multi-class asset investor. I took the honor and privilege to be a part of this amazing community of empowering and energizing our Filipino youth, as well as being a supporter and a factor in their journey towards success. I'm beyond excited to be a part of this team, and I look forward to the exciting journey of motivation and future success of our Filipino youth.
Hello everyone, this is Tita Billie from Sweden, founder of Change Coach Academy and author of the upcoming book, What Size Is Your Bra? I joined AYO Youth Empowerment because of you. I believe in you because you are worth it. You are the walking ambassador of yourself. You are the investment worth investing. You are the youth of today, the future leaders of tomorrow, the change makers, the shakers and movers and innovators. Dream big, whatever it is, because we are here to help you. We are here to make that a reality. Believe, receive, and achieve. Be bold, be brave, be beautiful. God bless.
Hello and good day, Asean youth. This is Patrick C. Paez, born and raised in the Philippines, currently stationed here in Belgium, and I am a non-commissioned officer serving in the United States Air Force. One thing I believe in is karma. Anything you do, good or bad, will eventually come back to you. It might not be the same thing that you did, but eventually it will come back to you. Really honored to be part of Asean Youth Organization's Youth Empowerment Philippines chapter. Keep the kids in the future.
Hi everyone, this is Carmela Lylon, Mrs. Universe New Zealand 2019 and 2020. I am happily married for 20 years now and have been blessed with 3 wonderful kids. Outside work, I'd love to be part of my community, be it social, cultural, or spiritual. It has always been my passion to help other people and create positive contribution not only to my adoptive country, New Zealand, but also across the globe. That is why I'm so excited to be part of this team, the Asean Youth Organization, to use my God-given talents to inspire the youth out there to feel more confidently beautiful and secure in hopes that they can actually achieve their dreams if they try and trust that their dreams are God's dream for them. Thank you so much and see you. God bless.
And they're out. Hello guys, good morning, and I'm here again. Kevin Parungaw, also known as Kuya Kebs. And right now, I'm really excited to be part of Asean Youth Organization Empowerment Team here in the Philippines. So, just as you know, Kuya Kebs is a youth advocate, and I handle small groups and youth ministries. And I know this organization will help me to reach out and enhance my gifts and talents for all the youth in the Philippines and other countries. So, guys, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Can I plant some seeds of positivity in your mind for a few minutes? Thank you. Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? Do something today that you will thank your future self for. My name is Jeremy of Germination Events, creating inspired nations in action. I'm a nurse specialist based here in UK, and I'm an advocate of the overseas Filipino entrepreneurs. I am passionate in empowering positive mindset for the Asean Youth Organization. Always be great.
Hi everyone, this is Cathy Valdez of Youth Empowerment Department and also the reigning queen of Mrs. Rural Philippines Universe. I am very happy and honored to be in a team of people who have the same passion as me, which is doing our very best with our knowledge and wisdom on helping the youth in the Philippines become the great leaders of our next generation. The whole team are working so hard and we are very excited in the future to slowly share with you all the project plans projects that we are working on for the benefit of our youth in the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Wash your hands or sanitize your hand. Wear your face mask and maintain a safe distance.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon too.
Great to see you, Ate Billie. I think today is going to be a very exciting day because we're going to talk about Jeremy, and it's up close and personal.
Yeah,
How are you over there?
absolutely. It seems
How are
like I
you?
am bouncing, but I don't know what's the reason why I am bouncing.
Mm,
Mm. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to fix this.
okay. So while waiting, maybe we'll talk about how it may. Should I talk about Jeremy already while you are fixing that?
Actually,
I think we're good already.
what we're going to talk about first time is that okay, tell me, what are the things so far that we have achieved for Asean Youth Organization Philippines?
I think so far we have graduated our second group of ambassadors, in which we found like I think really outstanding youth that we have. I can say Dave is very outstanding. Um, Mark is very outstanding, and of course we have Pia as well, who's an aspiring ambassador, but we already are really getting her busy and getting her feet wet with a lot of hosting and a lot of work. So yes, I think we have empowered a couple of youth that would be future leaders. Aside from that, we have a lot of projects, and I can't wait for the um, scholarship that we are going to give to those that deserve it, especially to the youth leaders. I think there are so many of them that are really very interested. So that's what I'm so excited about, aside from just empowering the youth and paying it forward.
Absolutely. And you know what? What I have seen so far, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I think Miss Kathy just arrived, and maybe you should bring her in as well so we can make it a fun conversation before we even like introduce Jeremy.
Absolutely. That would be great. There you go. Hello, Miss Kathy.
How are you? Oh, I think you're muted. We cannot hear you. Cannot hear your voice. Okay, there. You are not muted, but we cannot hear your voice. We can just see your beautiful face. Okay, so Miss Kathy is the head of Youth Empowerment um, Unit of ASEAN Youth Organization. She can hear us, but we cannot hear her. So I think we have a technical problem. However, we should just continue on with our conversation at the Billy. I
Yes,
guess that's
yes.
it for me right now with the ASEAN Youth Organization. How about you? What is it that you think that we have like achieved so far with ASEAN Youth?
Well, I am so excited with our different projects because we are able to integrate our own youth into the platform. And also, I am learning a lot from all the different ambassadors that we have met so far. I mean, here we are with our ASEAN Youth Organization. We are bringing in youth advocacy. We are bringing in personality development. We are bringing in leadership development. However, from listening to each and every of our candidates as well as our youth nowadays, I was just so amazed how they are more advanced and more informed than where we were when we were at their age. Have you observed
True.
that?
True. I agree with you very much because maybe because of COVID, maybe it made them grow up so fast and realize that we really have to make sure that we take care of ourselves and really be aware of the world around us. But I think yes, I agree with you. During our age, I couldn't care less. I would just think about like school and just clothes and shopping, etc. But now they care about the world, they care about the environment, about health, things like that that we would take for granted before when we were young, maybe because of what's happening and the situation that we are in right now. So yes, Miss Kathy is, I think, still working with her mic. I'd like to ask her about her Berlin trip because she's fresh from Berlin. Actually,
Absolutely.
I've been watching her videos and I've been cheering her on through the videos that she was sharing. So I'm just excited that her mic would turn on. So we'll just wait for tech. Anyway, Ate Billie, tell me about like the COVID situation there in Sweden. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse?
Actually, here in Sweden, we have, as you're aware of, we are the instigator of this, how can we say, herd immunity, which is and we are not cows, by the way. That is how it's being referred to in the US. So herd immunity is more on, it's actually just you socialize within your close proximity, and you just socialize with these people over and over again, and making sure also that here in Sweden the responsibility lies on each and every individual. And because that responsibility is given to us, then we are very careful in making sure that all our social activities and movement are actually accounted for. Because, hey, it is not the responsibility of the government to look after you 24/7. We have to do our part. And we also have to make sure that we think about our neighbors, because other people are still thinking of this livelihood as the number one activity on a daily basis. It doesn't work that way nowadays. We have to make sure that we find the balance of bringing in the community as a part of your activity on a daily basis. That's what they have. That's what we are doing and exercising here in Sweden. And in fact, this weekend I'm not actually in the city. I am in the what they call the colony, and the colony is like it's like it's not a trailer park. It is more a society of different people around the different communities who have little houses, little cottages dotted around the neighborhood. So it is, and it's lucky having a husband who is an engineer. Then we have our own electricity, hence I can actually do this.
Yes, I think you showed me before when we had the conversation and you were showing me that you were picking apples.
Yes, and
I
it's
think
so exciting.
okay, so I think there is like a technical problem. It's like bouncing. So now it's better. Yeah, there.
Okay,
Okay.
what about Miss Kathy?
Are you in already? We can't hear you still. We cannot hear her still. Um Okay.
Okay. It
Okay,
seems like we're
it
having
seems like we're having
I did turn
I
off
did
my
turn
phone
off my phone
I think we're
in
having a
terms of.
technical problem. However, yes, so while we're getting her settled, maybe we should bring in Jeremy. How long is this going to be? Like, I think an hour and a half, right? An hour and a
Yes,
half of
absolutely.
Yes,
the journey
absolutely.
today.
Yes.
So, should I invite the man himself and like before we even invite him, maybe I'll give a short intro about this guy. We have here with us a London based nurse. He's also a volunteer of the ASEAN Youth Organization Philippines Youth Empowerment Department. He also brings inspiration to many by featuring outstanding people in his vlog called Germination. Today is a special day because we are flipping the script. We are interviewing the man who does the interviewing himself. So, this is our chance at the Billy to grill him up close and personal. Please welcome Jeremy Roy. Come in, Jeremy. Hi,
Yes, thank
Jeremy.
you, thank you.
Welcome. Yes, I'm so excited to interview you because we are really flipping the script this time. And Ate Billy and I will gang up on you and grill you. Not just kidding.
Oh
We're here
no.
to really, no, we're just here to ask questions about your life, about how you can inspire the youth that are listening. I'm sure they will be so inspired with the story that you have. So, should I ask my first question? And then Ate Billy will ask you the next. My first question is that.
Hang on, hang on,
Hang on,
hang on.
hang on.
Oh, okay. Go
This is
ahead.
This is
Jeremy.
This is Jeremy.
And
Okay.
hello,
And
everybody.
hello,
Today
everybody.
we have a
We have
great
a
guest
great
who's
guest
going to give us
going
a
to give
whole
us
lot
a
of
whole
golden
lot of
nuggets.
golden
So have
nuggets.
your
So have
notebook
your
and your
notebook
pen
and your
and
pen
write
and
everything
have
that
write
you
everything
learned
that
from
you
this
learned
person
from this person
today. Here
today.
you
I
go.
have
Here you
my
go.
yes. Oh, that's wonderful. We really know him. We really know him because he really brings his magic notebook. I have my magic notebook beside me as well. So, my first question is to those that are listening out there, because I know they have aspirations of like living outside of the country, and the places that they would want to live in is, of course, up there is the US, and the next is London. We have a lot of nurses that really want to go to London. So how did you get to London, and what made you decide to live there? Because I know you've been like living and thriving there for like a while already. So,
Yes.
just to
Yes.
tell them how.
All right.
All right.
So,
So
oh, I'm bouncing back. I
I'm
don't know
bouncing
why.
back. I don't know why.
Hold on, let me just.
Hold on. Let me just.
I can hear some
I can hear
music on the
some music
background.
on the background.
Okay,
Okay, there. That's
hello.
Jeremy's music.
Hello.
There you
I'm
go.
still bouncing
I'm
back.
still bouncing back.
Let me see what
Let me see what
the problem is.
the problem is.
There you go, guys.
There you
As you
go,
can
guys.
see,
As you can see,
our
I hope I
host,
can resolve this.
our guest,
our guest
is also
Our
our
guest is
technical person.
technical person.
And in reality,
And in
he
reality,
actually
he
owns
actually
this
owns
Zoomcast,
this.
and we are just hijacking it for today. So
yeah.
All right. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, my first during the time when I was still working as a nurse in the Philippines, everybody would like to go to America because that's where the surge of nurse most of the nurses goes to after graduation. But in America, there's a lot of backlogs, what we call retrogression, and I was actually preparing for my tests like NCLEX, CGFNS, we call it those things
yes,
before. And then somebody invited us, me and my friend, who is we were working back then in St. Luke's Medical Center. So
Mm.
somebody invited us.
Wow.
Oh, let's go to London. And I have no idea where London is. I just hear them from like nursery rhymes and all these things. Yeah.
Beside,
And then we applied, and then we were lucky enough. Actually, there was a little bit of problem during that time because they wanted 2 years experience, and I was 2 months. 2 months. I need 2 months more in order
oh,
to
hi.
get through. Yeah, yeah, that's the requirement. I'm not 2 years yet. But then I went back. I said, can you not really consider my application? Okay, sige. Because by the time that they process all the application, I'll have fulfilled that 2 months anyway. So I'll be 2 years. So and then the friend who invited us actually got left behind. He had a lot of problems with his papers. We were already here like 1 year already, and then after 1 year, that's the time that he was able to come over here. So UK back then was really fresh. There's nobody, no nurses going in there during that time. That was I'm talking about 1999. I
Mm.
don't know about our live viewers right now, if they were already born that time. But anyway, so it was really quick. Like April, I applied. August, I'm already in UK because it's a work permit visa. So that's
Mm.
why
Mm.
it's work permit. Because in the US they offer green card already. That's why it takes longer, and there's a lot of applicants. So and of course you wanted to explore. When you are young, you would like to explore. You would like to do everything, and you would like to gain as much experience as you want. And unfortunately, during the time it's really a struggle to get a nursing job in the Philippines. You have to volunteer. You have to actually pay the hospital if you want to. You will be the one who will be paying
Yes.
if you want to. If you want to
I
vote,
think
yeah,
it's kind of like that still. I think yes.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have.
They call it volunteer, and at the same time, you sometimes you have to pay as well. Not
Mm.
not every institution is like that. But yeah, unfortunately, it's still like that up to this stage, Dr. Alexi.
I think some places they still do that. For you to get into a nice hospital, you need to pay instead of them paying you, right? Because of the
Yeah, yeah.
services that
I have to pay for my
you.
training in St. Luke's Medical Center back then.
Yes, yes. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's still that. St. Luke's is one of
Mhm.
the best. So, a
Yeah,
lot would
yeah.
want to have their training there. So
Yes,
yes.
absolutely. With all the technology that they got, the machines that they use is actually the machines that we use abroad as well. And sometimes it's actually more advanced in the Philippines. To be honest, when I went here in the UK, I was surprised how I would say uh, behind it was when it comes to the equipments that they use in here. But anyway, this is where nursing was born here in the UK with the Florence Nightingale. But yes, and then yes, you would like to explore, and you would like to get as much experience as you want, and the opportunity is abroad. That's just the hard truth, but that's just life. That's just the way
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles at the moment up to this stage. So that's why I came over here in the UK. Though my first choice is America.
Actually, thank you very much for that information, Jeremy. Actually, we were already in New Zealand when UK had opened up for all the
Mm,
nurses in the Philippines, and I
mm,
still remember that there is a big hoo-ha with the of course the UK nurses saying that, but they can't speak English. And it's like, yes, they can speak English, and then
mm,
I still remember when there is this caricature that the doctor is actually saying, "Nurse, give me a scrub," and then the nurse had understood that he is looking for a shrub, so the nurse came. The nurse came with a plant that looks like a shrub, and
yeah, yeah.
that's what they were saying, that They can't understand. It's like, no, we could understand. The Filipino nurses actually speaks English. However, the difference is that the Filipinos are not so used to the accent of the English people. And
Yes.
most of the
Yes.
time, they do speak really so fast. And because of this, we have to have that kind of adjustment. However, this is what Filipinos are known for all around the world. We are the best producer and exporter of Filipino nurses around the world. So if you say you are a Filipino, the first thing they're going to say, "Are you a nurse?" It's like, "No, I
Yes.
am not." Yeah, because that's what we are known for. And nurses, Filipino nurses around the world are respected and
True.
highly well sought after because of not only the knowledge, not only the experience, but because of the work ethics of the Filipino nurses. They have the sympathy and affinity to their patients. And that's what we Filipino nurses differs with other nurses, is that we have this affinity. Filipinos, as you're aware of, if they are older than us, we consider them our mother, our uncle, our aunties, our father, and cousins, and everything else. We consider the clients are and the patients for the nurses. They actually treat them as their own family. And so here is my question for you, Jeremy. Working in UK as a nurse, you know how we are very attached with our patients. How did you feel when you had your first catastrophe, not catastrophe, a first death case in your situation?
Wow. Um, I hate to say this, but we're so much used to. It depends. Actually, it depends on which area you work. If you work in a uh, in a different, if you work in a cancer area, yeah, oncology, what we call it, oncology, you will be used to it. Like it's every day. You witness it, right? But if you work in like outpatients or other specialty wherein deaths are not very common, it will really hit you. It will really hit you. But because my background is mainly intensive care unit, wherein you will expect,
Oh, wow.
they are critical, and then anytime, they're on life support, and some of them are, they're 50-50, as what we call it there in the
Mm,
Philippines. 50-50 po sila, ganyan, ganyan, blah, blah, blah. So it's like a common occurrence to our job. It's part of our job already. So for us, it's just like a common occurrence. Sometimes it doesn't. You don't feel anything anymore. That's why I said it's. I hate to say this one, but
Oh,
I'm not pusong bato, yeah. But it's just it happens to you every time.
mm,
So it's like
mm,
if you always like get attached to that situation, then it's gonna affect your psyche as well. It's gonna affect your job. You will be tearful when you're looking after other patients, and it's not therapeutic at all. So
okay.
even in the Philippines, I was exposed already in a ward wherein a death is like common. It's like expected. So that's why when I came over here in the UK with my first, when I when my experience with my first patient who died, it was just like, it's just a normal. I think it depends on how you look at death as well.
Mm,
It will depend on that one. So, and I believe as we grow older, our perception of death becomes lighter. We don't fear it anymore. We don't have that a great emotional attachment anymore.
mm.
As what they say nga, 'di ba, I've heard this one from somewhere. Ang death nga, ang kamatayan is hindi kinatatakutan, pinaghahandaan.
Yes, absolutely. Agree with
So
you. Agree.
so parang it's just like a common scenario in my everyday job. So it's like, you know, and I believe as well that we are all energy. We are all. I look at this on this perspective that we are all energy. Our body is just our shell, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed or be transferred. So if we die, we will still be around. That energy will still be there. So we are in that perspective, we are actually like immortal in that sense without this body, because we're all energy. So yun.
Wow.
Wow, that
That's
is a golden nugget number one. Ting.
yes, I'm gonna write
Okay.
that down about energy.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. We've got Kathy. Kathy, can you speak now?
Still no sound. Are you using your mobile, or you can use your mobile? You're using your mobile.
we still
Uh-huh.
cannot hear you, Kathy. We're so excited to hear about your stories about like the fashion show in Berlin. Okay, we have a guest, Ella Hidalgo, saying good morning, Germination, and to your guests.
No,
Hello,
it's the
Ella
other way
Hidalgo.
around. Ella, if you're still there, it's actually the other way around. I'm the one being interviewed.
Yes, we're flipping the
Okay.
script right now. He's our guest, and we're like hijacking his show.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you have seen ako nang humirit, sorry, Dr. Alex, pero I
Go,
really
go.
want to ask Jeremy about this. If you're watching the ASEAN, our intro video, he said, "Can I plant a seed of positivity?" Yes. So, how did you come up with that caption?
All right. Okay. How did I come up with that one? I think it evolved from Germinator. Before, I just play with things. If I think of something, I just do it. I just do Facebook Live. I just put it online and see what happens. And then it just evolved. Why don't I say? Because my name is Jeremy, right? And then I play with words, and I related it to germinate. Germinate is like planting a seed,
Mm.
and it will bud, it will grow. So that's how it started, actually, from germinator and then germination. And then I said germinate is a good term to use. It's like my tagline. Because you
It
plant a
is
seed and let it grow. So that's how it came about. So can I plant some seeds of positivity in your mind for a few minutes? So yun lang. I just play around, and in short, I'm just being creative.
I
that's
love
that's
it. I love it. Actually, yes, it is. Uh, it's scintillating, shall we say, and titillating because it actually makes you think. Just like, what is he trying to say? Yeah, because it is there. It is. Something so profound, but if you're listening really carefully, that's when you get the whole message. So over to you, Dr. Alex.
yes. I think some of our listeners would be asking, like you talked about how you came about your work there in London, and now maybe the question is, what is life like in London? Compared to the Philippines, what is it like? Because I know the weather is different, the culture is different, everything is different. So how was the adjustment, and what was it like for you?
Yes, everything is different here. You will have a culture shock, first of all, because obviously you're used to seeing Filipinos around, but when I first came in here, wow, different colors.
Yeah, agree. Yes.
different different not just Asian, but different looks, as what they said, as what I
Yes.
said,
Mm.
different colors, and the language. You couldn't understand the accent. We are used to the American accent, right?
Yes.
But
American
here it's
accent,
Mm-hmm.
that's
different.
right.
Here it's different. The accent is different, and the terms are different as well.
Mm-hmm.
They call elevator here as lift. They call counter here as till. They call faucet here, faucet as tap here. So a lot of you need to get adjusted to all those words, and they are very I would say open-minded in here, and uh, liberated as well. Um, in the hospital, you don't call doctors. You just call them by first name. Even the consultants, you just call them by name. And adjustment, I would say it wasn't that difficult because when I came in here, I'm only 22 or 23, so I'm still youngish around that time. So I
Wow,
can
super
still,
young.
yeah, yeah. So I can still adjust very or adapt very quickly in the language, the culture, and it's great because you can actually whatever you haven't done in the Philippines, you can actually do in here. Because I think in the Philippines we have lots of beliefs and restrictions. While here, as what I said, they're very open. They're very open minded, and just like when I came in here after a few months, I've grown my hair because in the Philippines I
Wow,
couldn't do that as a nurse. you'll be you'll be told off.
rock star
You
look,
But
rock
become
here,
a
star.
hippie.
yeah, but here you can have your long hair. Doesn't matter. You can do that, and a lot of things, a lot of different things. I would say initially you will be culture shock, but then you will get adapted to it, and then you will, as what they say, do what the Romans do. If you're here, just do what the English do. You can't actually impose uh, what you are doing in the Philippines in here. Of course, we have to keep our culture, our values, and all these things within the community. And then
Yeah,
through there, we can inspire or influence other cultures if they wanted, if it's something that they wanted to adopt. But yes, you have to do what the English people do. So having that frame of mind, then it will be easier to adjust. And this is very common. When you first came here, you will always think about, this is 5 pounds. So how much is this one in Philippine peso? You always convert.
That is
You
true.
always convert, but always bear in mind when you go abroad, money is worth where you live.
Yes.
You can't do. But this is how we were before when we first came over here.
with
Oh, it's 10 pounds,
converting.
and then we will calculate how much is the exchange rate. Oh, is that how much is this? It's too expensive.
But
So for
after
all those
what
who
you
are going
mentioned,
abroad, please don't do that because money is worth where you live. So
Absolutely.
all those things that you will get used to, and apart from that, I came here as a nurse, but I realized that I don't need to retire here as a nurse as well. I can do other things. You can do other things because in the Philippines, I think we have still this a lot of self-limiting beliefs and mind frame wherein if you want to further yourself, it's like you have to do it discreetly. I'm talking about during my time, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously when we were applying in London, uh, we were sort of doing it behind the back of our of our manager because that's just our mindset.
Mm.
You were in St. Luke, so it's like once you start in St. Luke, you will retire in St. Luke's.
Yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
was, that was personally, that was my mindset before, and I'm sure most people are like that as well. And if you want to go further in your career, you just need to apply within. Like in the same institution. You start there, so you have to retire there because it's so difficult. When you go out of that job and find another one, it will be so difficult.
Mm.
Um, Here you will find student nurses who are like, I don't know, in their 50s. Just like education, it doesn't. That's what one of the things that I really admire in this country. It doesn't matter what age you are. you can always do whatever you want. So I've come across those people who are still studying at around that age and pursuing what they want. So yeah, that's it really. Yeah,
Yeah,
living here in
wow.
UK. I got
That's
lost. I
really
got lost. I got lost in my train of thoughts.
it's actually
Please
great
go on.
listening to you, Jeremy. And you talked about energy a while ago. That energy is not something that's going to be just disappear. It is something that's going to be re reframe represented into something else again. So
Yeah.
tell me, because I am following you in your post and in your blogs and all those things, is that when you jog first thing in the morning, 5 o'clock, would you believe that? 5 o'clock in the morning, Jeremy jogs around London area. This is, of course, energy must be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So what kind of energy are you are harnessing, not only from a physical aspect, when you are jogging first thing in the morning around London?
Um, I always when I jog around London, I actually you wouldn't believe it that I'm not actually listening to any upbeat music. I'm actually listening to podcasts or some audiobooks.
Mm.
So it's like um, hitting one or two birds at the same time because you're actually doing your physical exercise. You're actually uh, putting that discipline within you as well, the consistency, and at the same time you're feeding your mind as well with all this self and personality development stuff. So I always, of course, you have to look after yourself as well. You have to take your vitamins and minerals, your supplements, because it does
Yes.
help. And I don't know because I'm not really a fan of sleep. So that's that's another thing. Because they wonder, I stay late at night and then I wake up early as well. It's probably the side effect as well of being a nurse doing a lot of night shifts. So for a long time, my sleep was really disturbed. Let's see. My sleep was really disturbed. So, and I always put my mind in that frame that we are energy.
Mm.
That if we don't need we are not tired. When people say, oh, I'm tired, you're probably not tired, you're probably not inspired. That's why you're feeling.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Because if you're
Therefore, you're
inspired, yeah,
yes.
you're not tired because people will say, oh, I've done these shifts, like 12-hour shifts, and then how come you can still jog after 12-hour shift? So well, I'm just inspired with what I do. um
That's that's good to know.
yeah, I would like to be physically fit because I understand how I mean, this is our temple, this is our body, this is
Mm.
our instrument. If we don't look after this body, our instrument, we won't be able to fulfill our dreams. So first of all, that's why I always ask for health, happiness, and then wealth. So health is always should always be there because our health is our very first wealth. So
Yeah.
that's how I put my mindset into. That's why I do my early morning jog, and that the podcast or the audiobook that I listen to gives me more inspiration because every time you jog, even though you're not really paying that 100% attention, because obviously you have to look into to your safety as well, that
Mm.
you're not gonna be run over or by a car. So every time something clicks. When I was listening to, say for instance, at the moment I'm listening to Darren Hardy about his compound effect. So it's just playing at the background, and then something clicks into you. He will say something on the audiobook. Wow, and this really clicks into me. It's something new to me. So that something new actually gives me more energy because I've learned something new. even if it's just one thing, about the compound effect and all these things, it gives me more energy and inspiration. So that's how I do it. That's how I frame it.
That's great. Thank you very much for that sharing, Jeremy. Okay, Miss Kathy, are you able to say hello to us now?
Still
Who's
not-
looking?
Hello?
Hello
Yes,
there.
yes.
Not
Yes,
working. Or
Finally!
not yet.
Ash from Berlin. Welcome. We're finally
Do you hear me now?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you
Yes.
now.
Oh my god.
Welcome back.
This is so hard. I feel like I'm out of space. Hello, hello. I have lots of questions to Kuya Jeremy.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
for example, when did Germination start and what inspires you to start Germination?
Oh, so I started it basically in 2019, about last quarter of 2019. I I was once belong into a group of entrepreneurs, and then we meet like every month, and it is our one of our assignments is actually to have a business. Think about a business, and I was always into the events. So um, I just wanted to continue that one. So I thought of during the time I was using Germinator. People were calling me Germinator on Facebook. Oh, the Germinator, Germinator, and then, um, and then I decided, okay, I will take events seriously. I was doing events before, but it's just like in passing, or every now and again I do it. But why not take it like seriously? Put a name into your put it as a company, put a name on it. So that's why how Germination came about as well. So I just play with words. What I told you earlier, I'm just using my creativity. And during the time, when I was they would when I was using Germinator, one of my friends who's a entrepreneur as well, he said, "Oh, Germinator sounds like a pesticide." He said, sounds like a pesticide.
Wait. We have a comment here from Janimel Garay saying good afternoon, watching from Iloilo City. Okay, so there he's watching from Iloilo City and he goes, please share the evaluation link after the session. Thank you. Wala kaming evaluation link because this is a special hijack up close and personal interview of the man himself. Yes, hijack talaga because this is a show and we decided that we're going to interview him, the three of us, Tres Marias of the Youth Empowerment Department. We will interview Jeremy and we're going to flip the script because he does a lot of interviewing. So this time, siya naman yung nasa hot seat. So, yes, we hope that you're learning a lot already from his answers. Ang dami niyang mga inspirational things na shinare sa atin. So, before I give back it to somebody, I have a question. Siyempre, di ba, pagpunta mo dyan, you were 22 years old, bago ka lang galing sa Manila, St. Luke's, and then sobrang kang excited, you're exploring the place, you said nga, nagpahaba ka ng hair. Paano naman yung extra rice natin dyan sa London? Like, hindi mo ba na-miss yung extra rice naman, no? Or saan ako magkukuha ng rice? Kasi I know, yung ako nag-aaral sa States, talaga naghahanap ako, saan ako makakabili ng rice? So, ganun din ba sa inyo? Sa London?
Yes. There are lots of Asian supermarkets in here as well. So you get your rice, and there's plenty of types of rice in here. You got jasmine rice, you got broken rice, you got sticky rice, brown rice, glutinous rice. A lot of rices in here, actually in London. And I had an experience before wherein when I came back to the Philippines back in 2008, so it was just like a normal occurrence for us or a normal thing that we do when us nurses go back to the Philippines to have our blood test taken, or do all these things, because it's cheaper there in the Philippines. So I went to St. Luke's, have my bloods taken, and it was found out that my cholesterol was high, and that was this back in 2008. So they started me on medication, two types of medications, and I realized how expensive medications is there. Like one tablet is like 100 pesos.
Wow.
Here in UK, it's almost free. You just pay £8.99 per prescription, and that's it. That's it. So I had when I came back here in London, my doctor doesn't want me to continue that medication. So he said, modify your lifestyle first. Check your diet, and then do a lot of exercise, and all these things. This conservative methods. So of course it will be difficult because we Filipinos, we eat a lot of rice, right?
Yes. Oh my
Yeah, we
gosh.
eat a lot of rice. So
But
and then we
exercise
eat a lot of
is
we eat a lot of junk foods as well. We
Mm.
love that, chicharon, all this crisp, all
yes.
these
All the
cokes and
bad
everything.
things.
And then
All the
yes, yes. Kung ano yung what is bad is actually yung masarap kainin, di ba? So and then one day I just woke up. It's like early in the morning. I woke up and my heart. I had palpitations. I think that was 5 o'clock in the morning. So I had
wow.
palpitations. So I have to drive myself to the hospital myself. I am having palpitation. I have to drive
Yes.
myself to the hospital where I work in. So I had the irregular heartbeat. Thankfully, it was not fast, so it was okay. So I was discharged on the night as well, and I realized as well. Oop, what was that?
Okay, we hear an
Okay, that was the
alarm.
alarm. Our alarm. No, it's okay.
Oh,
So
is that
and
a
then
fire alarm?
and then
Baka something's wrong dyan sa inyo, ah.
it's
Not
okay.
a
It's okay.
fire alarm.
Not the fire alarm. You can bring your laptop. We can continue the interview outside in the grill or something.
Yes, yes.
Just, you know,
Yeah. And then my mother has got history of heart disease as well. And my dad actually died on his sleep. So the doctor
oh,
considered that one as a heart attack. So
oh, wow.
from that time I realized how important my health is. So since then
Yeah.
I started modifying my lifestyle because I said I'm high risk and I'm taking these medications. I'm not even 40.
Oh, my.
So it's just cholesterol tablets, no antihypertensive or anything. So that's when I actually started my healthy lifestyle, and that's when I started training myself not to eat rice. So
Ah, okay. So you
yes,
don't
so
eat
that's when
rice.
how it
No rice
started.
and
Yeah,
iron. Before
yes.
it
So
was extra rice.
I realized na we can actually train ourselves not to eat rice. We can just eat healthy. In short, like fruits, vegetables, salad. If you're going to eat rice, maybe eat brown rice, or you can still eat rice, but once in a while, but not every
Mm.
day.
Mm.
So yeah, that's the story. That's the rice story of Jeremy. That's why I
Right.
was able to. If I go to occasions like birthdays, parties, I just eat the meat, all the ulams. I don't eat the rice. I skip the rice. And it
All
was
right.
once you have for 30 days at least, once you have done that one, it becomes easier and easier for you to avoid the rice actually. So that's my rice story.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Over to you, Miss Kathy.
Uh, there's another question, Kuya. So how do you balance doing germination and being a full-time nurse? Because wow, that involves a lot of time management.
Yes, I think everything just falls in the right place. Everything just falls in the right place because um, right now my work schedule actually helps then with germination because I'm 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, so my live stream is Saturday is Sunday, and then Wednesday at night. So I finish at around 5:30 in the afternoon. So my live stream is 7:30. So I still got time. So I think um, if your purpose is really sincere and everything will just fall into place. The universe will conspire and let all these things happen to you. So yeah, it will just fall in the right way. That's just my belief, really. So um with regard to time management, i I've come across the materials of Brian Tracy and Bob Proctor as well. He said there's no such thing as time management. It's
Absolutely.
more of activity and self management, because
Absolutely.
time is constant. Everybody, all of us, even
Has 24 hours.
everybody's got 24. Even if you're the even if you're the wealthiest person in the world, he that person has got 24 hours as well. It just depends on how you manage your
Mhm.
activity and yourself. You know, yourself. When you say yourself, it's just how do you overcome your procrastination. I
Yes.
procrastinate a lot. I'm still working on my self and activity management. uh, but it's all about thinking which activity that you will do which will have more impact or will make more difference to you, not just to you but to other people as well. um, Jim Rohn also said this. I always put this in my mind as well, that you shouldn't major in minor things, because
Yes.
we are like
Oh,
that.
true,
We are like
true,
that. Oh,
true.
we shouldn't major in my. We always think, oh, I've got to wash this one. I got to do the clothes. I got to do the ironing. I got to wash this. And then by the end of the day, oh, you're so tired and you feel that I haven't really. I was planning to do this, but the day is finished and you haven't done what you are supposed to do because you started with the minor things.
Mm.
And as what Brian Tracy said, eat your frog. That's a it's a very good book. I think I've shown it before. Eat
Yes.
Your
Yes,
Frog
you
by
Yeah.
Brian
Yes.
Tracy. Yeah.
Yes.
So tackle or do the most important. When you say most important, it's most of the time it's the most difficult, and this is the activity that we procrastinate on. This is the activity that we always
true.
delay. Yeah, this is the frog. This is the frog. But actually, once we start
Eat
doing
the
it,
frog.
you once you eat the
Once you,
frog and not the tadpoles, it will be just easy
yes.
to do the minor bits.
Mm.
So yun lang. So germination was like it's my baby. I
Yes.
have to
We all
give him
have our babies here.
so that's why I make it as a priority. So yun.
So
Okay, it
so
seems like nagbabounce na naman tayo.
Let's see.
no.
Let's see. I'm bouncing again. Ayan.
Yes,
Oh,
that's better.
Okay. Can we hear each other?
yes.
I hear
Okay.
you. How about me?
I can hear you. Ayan. I think you're may parang
It's more
certain
effective
echo.
pala pag may
Naka-earphones.
pag
Okay.
naka-headphones. Yes.
Headphones. So while we're doing this adjusting, I have another follow-up question, Jeremy. My question is, I know you said that you like to listen to podcasts and these people. I listen to them as well. Who among them is like your favorite? Yung parati mo talagang binabalik-balikan. Because
Mm.
me, I have my favorites as well. Yung You Gotta Be Hungry, yung mga ganon kay Les Brown. So, sino yung sa'yo?
I started with Bob Proctor.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good in the subconscious. That's
Mm.
the habits. That
Yes.
it's not really the conscious mind, it's the subconscious mind, which is the root of everything. If you want to change something, and then I started digging on Grant Cardone. I just like his style, just straightforward, in your face, who's got my money, sales,
Yeah.
closing, business, and all these things. And then uh, Brian Tracy with
I love him too.
Brian Tracy. Um, just those three, just those three. Yeah, I just keep listening back to them, and S- Simon Sinek as well. With his start with the Y. Let me see. I can show you my.
Yung ano mo, yung podcast list
Hello.
mo,
It's filled with mostly Grant Cardone actually.
Grant
I
Cardone.
have a compound effect. It's called audiobook.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
yes,
bet
yes.
compound effect by
So
Darren
we're all
Hardy.
guilty of that pala. Our group is kind of guilty of that. That's why we flock together. Birds of the same feather flock
Yes,
together.
yes.
I guess.
And
That's what
then
I'm
Million
thinking
Dollar Habit
right
by Brian Tracy. And this is good as well. The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss.
Ah, that one. That one is
Yeah.
nice.
Chim Paradox by Professor Steve Peters. I love it because you have the human, the computer, and the chimp. You know how it plays in our mind.
Yeah.
So it's really good to. And Joe Dispenza. I love Joe Dispenza as well.
Yes,
Evolve your
absolutely.
brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love Joe
Yes.
Dispenza so much too. I
Yeah.
started listening to Joe Dispenza because of my dad who has a brain stroke. Um, that sometimes it's all about in our brain. So um, whatever other people tells you, if you have the willpower in your brain that you can do it, everything will be possible.
Mhm.
So I have this strong belief and still that my dad will still overcome his brain stroke, that later on he could talk and so things like that. So that's why I really am a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza too. And other
That's
than that, Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer and Louis Hay.
Yes. Ang
Because
daming mga inspirational people.
for me naman, I'm trying to be selfless. I'm learning how to be selfless and I'm learning how to deal with my ego. Yun yung sa akin. But I started with Tony Robbins.
all
I started
right.
with Tony Robbins, those motivational things, starting with business. But then later on, yeah, I don't hear you anymore. Do you still hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
yes,
hear
we can
you.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm the only one talking. And then yeah, and then later on, yeah, Dr. Wayne Dyer and Louis Hay, it made me more calm about every decision that I'm doing. And there's one big thing that I have learned with Dr. Wayne Dyer is there is no judgeful resentment.
That's great. So profound. Thank you very much, Miss
Yes,
Kathy,
yes,
for
yes.
sharing that. We have we have something here, a text from Mai, and she's watching from California, I think. So it
Yeah.
says from
Oh, that's
Cali.
my friend. Hi,
Yes,
Mai.
so that is Captain Joe, is it? Or somebody. Okay, anyway, so when we were talking about all of these things, and Dr. Alex said that it's birds of the same feather flock together, what as I could see it among all of us is that we are like Kathy is living in Germany, I'm living in Sweden, and Jeremy is living in UK,
Yeah.
and then Dr. Alex studied in the US and now back in the Philippines in CDO. Now, the common root of all of this is that we all have this profound awareness. And because we had that awareness, we became mindful of
Mhm,
what we are doing, what we are saying, at the same time, what kind of activities we are going to be involved in.
mhm,
That's the whole reason why we are all in the ASEAN Youth Organization, because we all want something, and that is to give back and to pay forward, because all of us are products of those kind of teaching that other people have discovered and we are now living in. So, this is my question for you, Jeremy. For the young adults of today, what are the three things you want them to learn from you from your journey thus far?
Wow. The first thing would be entrepreneurial. That will be the first one. Yeah. Because everything starts from there. I think when you have this entrepreneurial mindset, everything just gets unlocked. Because we were programmed to 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 be an employee. To
Yeah, absolutely.
get good grades, and go to school, and then get a good job, and all these things.
Oh,
But
Robert Kiyosaki.
Rich dad, poor dad.
rich dad poor dad, yeah. I think
Absolutely.
everybody starts from rich dad poor dad.
Yes.
So yeah, everything just gets it started when you're entrepreneur. Everything just gets unlocked. um your mindset, because it's a different journey. They say it's always lonely at the top. It's no, they always say nobody believes in you, nobody supports you, and all these things. So you need to have a very good mindset to begin with. That's the main thing when uh, you decide to become entrepreneurial. You have to change your mindset first, and then when you change your mindset, of course your behavior and your habits will change, and your perspective will change. And based on those habits that you form, whether they're good and bad, it's habits will either make us or break us. So if there is a habit that you think is not serving you anymore, it's time to get rid of it and develop new habits. The way our habits are formed, and the way it's through constant repetition and emotional impact. But we can always unlearn all these bad habits. But the same thing, just keep on repeating the good habits until the bad habits become weak, and you don't it will be there. That's what the experts say. The bad habits will always be there, but it's just tamed, or it's reduced. It's just
Mm,
dormant. It doesn't control you anymore.
mm,
It doesn't control you anymore. There might be some situations which might trigger it back, but it's not strong enough to be your master again, that bad habit. And
mhm.
then with all these things, you change your activities, and then this will eventually lead to your results, to what you want to achieve, to your goals. So that's why this is my first thing. Be entrepreneurial. Of course, we need our education. That's very important. But don't stop there. This is the main thing, because once we get our diploma and get a job, that's it. And you have a family, that's it. We stop from there. That's the common pathway for everyone. Because we always make excuses like, oh, I've got to do this. I've got this one, blah blah blah, and but always go back. When you were young, what were your aspirations? What were your dreams before before you finish your education, before you got your job, and before you have your family? Always go back, to your, because we always forget that one, to dream again, and always make sure that you don't lose that one. So be entrepreneurial. Um, when I say be entrepreneurial, um, do well in your job with the end in mind that one day, you will set yourself a time frame that after 5-10 years you will have your own company.
Mm.
You can be a nurse. You can be a nurse. Why stay as a nurse if you can have your own nursing home? If you can have your own, why stay as a doctor if you can have your own hospital?
Mm.
Something like that. You know, you dream
Yes.
like that, dream like that, dream like that. So
We
don't stay there. Always go out. Always look for possibilities, and that's what entrepreneurs do. They always look for problems to solve.
Yes.
They always
Yes.
look for
true.
opportunities. Yeah, and that's the mind frame of entrepreneurs. They always look for opportunities. What are the gaps here? We always look for problems so that we can provide solutions to it. Not that we're making problems, but we are looking for problems to solve. Yeah, so don't just
Correct.
stay as get your degree, but then look for opportunity. Have your own. That's this is what we call creating. What's the benefit of being entrepreneur anyway? Why are we promoting it? Because it's a way of creating your own economy. You don't have to rely on pension. You don't have to rely on salary. But if you have your own business, you'll be able to sustain. You'll be able to support yourself independently uh, without relying on your salary every 2 weeks or every month. Here it's every month. Actually, it's not every 2 weeks.
Mm.
And then it's just creating your own economy. I think that's the main thing with being entrepreneur. You create your own economy. You don't have to rely on employers or job, but you are the one who is actually creating jobs for other people as well, which in the long run will form your legacy. You know, you're making a difference or impact on to the society, to the people around you. And second is always develop yourself. I think that's the second one. You know, have that decide that you'll be entrepreneurial. Second is always develop yourself. You know, self development it is very important. I'm a late bloomer in this kind of in this department. I would say I must admit I am a late bloomer in this department. I only realized all these things when I was already 40. You know, but it's never too late. Never
Never
too
too
late.
late.
Never too late. We always have this mentality as well. Oh, I'm already 40. It's too late for me to start something, blah blah blah. All these excuses, these are all excuses, by the way. And this is a form of self-sabotage. So I don't know if you guys notice that I always hashtag work harder on yourself than on your job. Of course, this is from
Yes,
I think this is from Jim
I
Rohn, isn't
love
it? This is from Jim
Jim
Rohn.
Ron. Yes.
Jim
Yep.
Rohn, yeah. Work harder. When I heard that philosophy, it was just life transformational for me as well. Because job is a job. We job is a job. It gives us an income. To pay our bills. But we are not born just to pay the bills. It's not all. It's not the be all end all. There are other things that we can explore. As what I've learned from one of the audiobooks that I was listening to, in our lifetime, we should endeavor to reach our maximum potential. That's why we have
Mm.
to always step out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
Always put yourself out there. It's not a form of, it's not bad to self promote or to blow your own trumpet or to carry your own bench. It's not. We were conditioned that it's a bad idea, but it's not. Who's going to do it for you? We always say that,
Mm-hmm.
after doing all these things, of course, people will do it for you. Yes, it is true. But to begin with, nobody will do it for you. You have to do it yourself first. You have to put yourself out
Mm-hmm.
there, be known, be seen, be heard. That's what we want as well. So that's why, and it
Well,
takes a
that
lot
is
of.
so true. Oh, sorry, Kuya Jeremy. But then, how would you deal with those people who are, haters?
Oh, I
Just
love
the
the
one thing that
haters.
you're
I don't have
supposed to
haters
say.
yet, eh. I learned this. That's why I love Grant Cardone as well, because he said all these haters and bashers, all this, they're actually good because they promote you.
yes,
Absolutely. Yes.
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 That
They can
that's
see
So
that's
something
love
my
so
them,
point.
unique. Yeah, they
hug
can
them.
see something so unique that they don't
Exactly,
have. And
exactly.
because they cannot have it, they're going to
Mm,
bash you, hate you, and all those things. And just like I a comment like a water over a
mm,
duck's back, it just
mm,
just just floats off, and make it actually as your own, not inspiration, one of your push buttons and motivator, because as they say, is that success, sorry, there is no sweetest, the sweetest revenge is success.
Yes.
That is
Yes,
so
that's true.
true.
That's
That
true.
is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
So
honestly,
that's what.
after winning Mrs. Euro Philippines Universe until now, there's a lot of stone that was been thrown towards me. And then later on, I just let go all of it and just focus on myself. And I'm really so surprised that there's a lot of blessings coming to me. Like right now, the Berlin Fashion Week happened. And yeah, I'm just so proud and happy that I'm able to represent Philippines, you know. As in, na-fulfill ko pa yung criteria because the ano is height requirements is you have to be at least 5'9", 175 centimeters.
You're
Tapos,
over than that.
Okay.
5'9".
So
Grabe, when I was there, I'm small. The girls are all so tall. Grabe. And they're all younger. And then every time when I say I'm 38 years old, I say, "What? You're 38?" And then I would say, "I
anyway,
have
Amazing.
2 kids."
That's
we
great.
have
Yes.
comment from Dave Nonga. He goes, si James Clear po ba yung narinig ko na author ng Atomic Habits? He's
I haven't
asking.
Those
Atomic
are
Habits. I
you.
haven't heard of that one before. Has anybody from you read about this one, Atomic Habits?
I never heard about it, but thank you,
I
Dave.
never, I,
We are gonna look that up. Yes, thank you very much for sharing. Yes. So we'll write that down, all of us. That will be our
Atomic
assignment. Or baka
Habits.
yeah,
talaga
atomic
Thank you,
habits.
Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, for that comment.
Yes, absolutely, Dave. And if let those comments coming, everybody, guys. We keep on talking over
Yeah.
here, and it's the time is for us to actually drill more on Jeremy and his life in UK as a nurse entrepreneur. Now, the next question for you, if I may, is that okay? Your UK is not actually part of Europe. Okay, now the
Not
question is
anymore.
they keep on saying it's just an island being pushed away from the from the Europe continent. That's what they keep on
Mm,
saying. Okay, here we go. Because as Filipinos, when we go to a place, we want to travel, we want to explore, we want to see
mm.
things. Okay, which part
Yes.
of Europe or which part of UK you love the most?
Oh, it has to be Wales, I think. Wales.
Oh, mhm. How
Wales.
so?
I love their the houses, the bricks, the mountains, everything. It's just different. I think it depends on which part of Wales you go to. But um, last May I was there. Uh, it was fantastic. The nature itself. And then as I was driving, I was actually very scared because it was like you're driving in the cloud, and I was just
Wow.
I was just driving very slowly because I couldn't see. It's just like the horizon, when you're going
Mm,
up
mm.
the
Wow.
mountain when you're driving, and then when you look on the other side, oh, you
Yeah, it's
see
the cliff.
there's a cliff, yeah.
Yes, and the ocean, and the ocean.
The ocean, yeah.
Yes,
So it's
yeah,
just like you're driving in the sky. So it was a fantastic destination to go to as well. And the the accent as well of Welsh people, and
yeah.
their language, is like out of this world. And I've
Yes,
learned from I've learned that the vowels we have A E I O U in Wales. I think it's it W or Y. It's actually part of vowels for them. It's not consonant for them. That's
yes,
why when you see um, Welsh words, they got a lot of W and
and
Y.
why? Yes, yeah,
For them, these are vowels for them. These are vowels. So I
yeah.
because I told one of
Wow.
my patients, oh, how come your words they're full of X and Y, full of consonants? No, no, no. Actually, in Wales, Y and W are actually considered as vowels. So,
Mm.
and then
Wow.
the accent is like bouncing, and it's just amazing. So Wales is for me is a
Kuya,
here in
can you
UK,
do
here
an
in UK.
English accent, a British accent? Have
Sorry.
you adapt the British accent?
I don't think so, but I used to, when at work, in
The
ICU,
guys?
I always joke around with my friends. I either use American accent or British accent. So
Is there
sometimes I
any
say, "Oh,
sample,
have
Kuya?
you done your
Sample.
have you done your vital signs?" Oh, my patient is due antibiotics. Something like that. They're all
Yeah, that's true. That's
sure.
true.
And then I
Yeah.
flip into like British. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You want? Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
So
Lovely. He is like, hello,
fabulous,
love.
fantastic. I don't think I have. I still got the Filipino accent. I think when it comes to not even American. I don't hear myself as like that. I think it's the Filipino accent pa rin.
We just have a Jeremy accent.
Jeremy accent, yeah.
A germination accent, shall we say?
Germination accent, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Okay. A question from you, Dr. Alex?
Yeah, my question is, are you like are you better at planning or implementing as a person? Like, there are people that are really good in planning but they can't implement, and there are people that don't plan but just implement. So which one are you? Are you
I
good
just
at planning or implementing?
I hate planning.
Like stuff,
I just I just do it. I just do it. In my quick fire questions, I have this take what's that take action first or figure it out first. I think the figure it out first part is when you plan. When you make a plan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. I have this quick fire question. Figure it out first or take action first. I always just implement, and then I mean, this is it depends on the individual which one works for them. We are all different. So some people, as what you
Yes.
said, Dr. Alexie, they are more on planning and then executing, and then some are not good in
No, some
planning,
are
but
just
then they're good. Yeah.
planning, but they never like implement. They never like
Yeah,
execute.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that's the important thing, the implementation. So
Yeah,
for me, this is
implementation.
just my own point of view. Just do it. I always say this in my live stream. I always love the concept of Nike. The
Yeah.
swoosh.
Just do
Just
it.
do
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
Swoosh. It's
Yeah.
quick. Just do it, and then your experience will tell you. And as long as you are not afraid to make mistakes, and then it should work for you. Because why? Because
True.
you learn firsthand. You learn through action. You don't learn the bicycle by just reading how to do it, or you don't learn how to cook by just reading the recipe and how to do it. You have to do it yourself and ride the bike, and then fall, and then have bruises and all these things. So it's the same with everything else. As what I've said, I hate planning because I don't want to sit down and then write all this. I
Yes,
just
that's
do it.
true.
But once I thought about it, I just find ways on how can I start it.
Yes.
How can I just like Germination during pandemic? I just started live streaming and call it Germination PB, our hub for health, arts, and business. And as I go along, I
Yes.
just see all the things that I think I need to improve on this. I'm crap at this one, so I have to improve this one. I think I have to do more of this because it works. I think I have to stop this because it doesn't work. Or I think I have to do this because this is something good to introduce in Germination. So yeah, I just implement, and then I
That's really
plan
great.
later.
Yes.
I
That's
plan later.
great.
It's the same with Germination Got Champion Talent Competition when I did it, and One Nation as well. When I thought of it, okay, let's just put it out there, because the psychology behind this is when you start implementing and then you post it on social media, it's a form of accountability. So once you put it out there, you don't want your reputation to be tarnished. Na you just do it you just start it and then you don't actually implement it
Hmm.
or finish it. So
Yes.
once I put it out there, I make sure na I will really follow up on it.
So you
And
have
yeah,
now, Kuya, your project, right?
sorry.
Your new project about germination.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you
It's
more elaborate about it, Kuya?
we are on our second year of One Nation Awards UK. Last year it was lockdown 2020. It was
Mm.
back in September. This time it will be in December. We decided to keep it virtual because of uncertainties, obviously. But this time it's One Nation Awards UK Breakthrough 2021. So it's not lockdown 2020. It's Breakthrough 2021. And as what Kathy was saying as well, I started inviting contributors in Germination as well. I just yesterday, I'm sure you've heard of CJ Liddell. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
yes,
Yep. It's
CJ is
there.
now a contributor of Germination. So she started Parenting 101 by Mommy CJ with Mommy CJ. So there will be more to come. Actually, there will be more to come. And Kathy will be one of them as well.
There you go. So when are we going to be invited, Dr. Alex? When do you think?
You
I
are
don't know
always
if
welcome, of course. I know you are very, very busy, but because you said it now, I'm gonna invite you now. I know you got too much on your plate already, so
Yeah. All
But I
right.
accepted also being a committee of Rotary Club. I'm always scared of accepting the so because I said I have to focus first on the youth empowerment department. Justin asked me if I wanted to
Mhm.
be in the
Mm.
Rotary Club. I said, let me focus first on the youth empowerment, then I will join later on the Rotary Club.
That's
Because
really
everything
great.
is a big
Thank you.
responsibility.
Yeah, thank you on that sharing, Kathy. So yeah, we're looking forward to that to the podcast then, Jeremy of CJ Lidl and the sharing of Kathy. Mindful of the time, it's now nearly it's 1 minute, so 1 hour and 29 minutes. So we've got let's fire up some questions. Okay. One word questions. We're going to fire up to Jeremy being on the hot seat. Dr. Alex, one word.
ah here learn.
Me, I'll ask something. Alright.
Say something about this,
oh, learn,
Jeremy.
learn, learn.
Yes,
Oh, it's constant. It's constant, constant. Yeah,
constant. Okay.
it's
Yeah,
a
Kathy.
must. Oh,
And
sorry,
it's a
sorry.
must.
It's me, my turn.
No, not yet. So we've got relearn. What is a relearn and unlearn?
Unlearn.
Something that you have to repeat over and over again until you adapt it to yourself.
Oh, Kathy, thank you for sharing. Let's go for Jeremy. Jeremy needs to answer all these things.
Oh,
Jeremy, how about
Jeremy.
you
unlearn?
know
What
what?
do you
I
want to
hear
unlearn
and I don't
about?
hear.
Unlearn. So
What do
unlearn
you want to
all
unlearn?
our bad habits. Unlearn the bad habits.
Okay, I
Oh,
have. These are for my students. That's why here
expectation.
expectation.
Is it for everyone or just me?
No, you're
Oh,
under
okay.
fire.
Oh, okay, okay. Expectations. One word or just say something about it.
Let's say something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Expectations is it could be good or bad. Bad in such a way if you expect something and if you don't get it, it will be a frustration. But it's also good by the law of attraction. If you expect something, if you have that expectation, then it will come to you if you believe that.
How about this? Goals.
Oh, it's a must because if it's in the Bible as well that those who doesn't what's that shall perish, something like that. It's in the Bible about goals. If you
Mm.
don't have any, I can't remember that.
If you don't have if you didn't plant anything or
Yeah,
you didn't make up a goal, then you will
yeah,
perish.
you will
Yes.
perish. Yeah, so it's very
And
important that we have goal. Yeah,
and you said it a while ago, is the legacy. Yes,
the
because you
legacy.
have
Yeah,
a goal, then
Mhm.
your legacy will live on. The body itself is going to die, but the legacy
Mhm.
will live on. And you said that a
Yeah, yeah.
while ago. Okay, Kathy, hey, over to you. Far upwards towards Jeremy.
Kuya Jeremy, I want to ask you, what are the three things uh, that you wanted all of the people remember about you?
Oh, to remember about me. Um, the Germinator. the, the Germinator, the Germination, and the one who mindset, basically mindset. All those three: the Germinator, the Germination, and the mindset. Germination as
Okay.
the live stream, uh, Germinator who plants those seeds, and the mindset. Mindset is everything for me. So
Okay, that's really great. Here, my question to you, Jeremy, is very simple. Who is Jeremy?
Jeremy is nobody.
Why so?
Uh yeah. Um Jeremy is just a name. Jeremy is just it's a given name. I could change my name anytime. I could call myself Randy or Paul. It's just a name. But Jeremy itself, it's still on the journey of searching who he really is. But for now, he is somebody who is uh, who is passionate in sharing to people that we are all uh, great. We are all born to be great people. And I always do this analogy that um, Apple won't produce or manufacture a gadget which is not up to standard. It's the same with our creator. He wouldn't create somebody or a human being which is substandard. That's why we all say we're all equal. We're all created in the image of and likeness. Um, and for me, that's what I am. That's what I always would like to impart to people when they have a conversation with me. I would like them to feel that you can do more than what you can do right now. So that's the journey. That's why it's
There you
germinate.
go.
I
There
plant
you
the
go.
seeds of positivity in your mind, even just for a few minutes.
You know what? You
But
have said
nobody, Jeremy's nobody. It's just like it's still on the journey. Yeah, still on the journey. Jeremy's
however,
just my name.
it's so profound what you have said, because you said you're nobody, but you managed to expound so much of what do you call this, uh, nuggets, as well as wisdom, from the way you were explaining who Jeremy is. So that is really quite a great insight of who you are. So my last question is: we are all serving the ASEAN Youth Organization, the youth department, where we are doing youth advocacy. Now, the key word in ASEAN Youth Organization is sustainability. What can you say about this from your own point of view?
Sustainability. It's just paying things forward, I would say. What we are doing right now, we should, that's just like what we are doing in the youth empowerment. We are inviting youth to be part of the organization. We train them because we won't be here, for circumstances might change. One of us might get busy in our work or relocate and might not be able to stay here any longer. So we have to pass on our our s- our skills, our knowledge. So we train the youth that we have in our department to become leaders, and that will sustain the organization because we are passing on the knowledge. We are teaching them. Um, we are inviting them to get involved the earliest time possible. So the more we can share to them, and in that way we can we can improve the sustainability of the organization.
Thank you very much, Jeremy, for that sharing. Kathy,
Yes, Tita.
we have a question from okay, we have a question from Mai. What is germination?
Germination. The root word is germinate, wherein you plant a seed, and then with water, with the rich soil, and with the sunshine, it starts to bud and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So that's how I relate germination. My name is Jeremy, so I just play with words. I just attach the word nation as well, because that's what I do with my live stream. I invite people, inspiring people, influential people who could um, impart something that could make a difference or impact to the live audience, and thereby I'm planting all those seeds to my live viewers, that one day it will germinate, it will grow as well in your mind, and you will be inspired or influenced in a good way as well. And when that happens, obviously, who doesn't want to live in an environment or in a place wherein everybody is positive, everybody is thriving, everybody's succeeding, everybody's getting results, everybody's happy? Wouldn't be a great environment or place to live in? So that's what germination is all about.
Wow. Hopefully, that answered your question. Miss Kathy, last question coming from you.
Um, what so what are more plans that you wanted to do for germination in the future, Kuya?
Make it a channel. Make it a
Make it a
channel.
channel.
Yeah. That's why I'm inviting contributors as well. Yeah,
So where are we
to expand
going
the
to?
community.
That's great.
Wherein there's a place where they can watch and learn as well. Not just, I call it edutainment. They will be
Wow.
educated and they will be entertained as well.
I
Edutainment,
love that. I love that. Okay.
edutainment.
Okay. It seems like it is now 1:39. One word. Okay, let's go around and one word describing Jeremy. Okay. Dr. For me, I will say he's entrepreneur.
Thank you.
For me, inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
For me, multi-talented person.
Oh, thank you.
Multi-talented person.
There you go. Right. Okay. This is a very, very good time actually. We have just completed the number 6 live webinar interview of one of our uh, leader as well as a mentor in the Asean Youth Organization, the Youth Department. And we are so very grateful to have our head of the Youth Department, Miss Kathy Valdez, and we have our in-house educator, Dr. Alex, which is the program director of the whole Asean Youth Organization Philippines. And of course, we have our host, our guest, at the same time, owner of Germination, Jeremy
Our
Roy. Yes, we have a great time. Thank you very much. And
Thank
for all
you.
the people that are listening right now and watching our show, yes, it is not the normal Germination presentation. We just would like to make this a good time, at the same time, relaxed way of chatting with the man itself. Up close and personal, of course. There you go. So,
Yes. Congratulations, Jeremy. You survived our up close and personal interview
I know.
with you. Actually, like it's just like talking casually. But you know what? I'm so inspired by what you said, like planting a seed of positivity, because in our leadership in action webinar of the UNDP, that the UNDP did, the United Nations Development Program did, the last part of it is you become a social gardener, meaning you plant the seeds and you water it and you take care of it, and that is germination. That is you are a social gardener. So you are like helping the youth to grow, and you're empowering them. So I am saying that you are a social gardener, and you didn't even say that. I am identifying that now, because that is like leadership in action, actually.
Wow, thank you, thank you. Is it okay to give a shout out to all those people who are watching us right now?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely. Please
Okay.
go.
it's your
So we
show.
have.
It's your show. We
Oh
give
no,
it
it's
back
not
to
my
you.
show.
Yeah, yeah. The mantle is yours now.
We're giving it
So
back
it's
to you.
Blit Torrefranca, Gabronino. Thank you for watching. We have Mai Mai. And of course, our president, Justin Hoguson. Thank you. We have
Hello,
Janice
Director
Ovejera.
Justin.
Janice Ovejera. Janimel Garay. We have Cristel Marie. We have Mark Devon Maytim. And Diana Monique Tapis. Yan. Thank you, everyone. Yan. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. And
Right.
this is not my show. This is a Asean Youth Organization.
Okay, just plug in on Asean Youth Organization. We are going to be Dr. Alex and I, and of course Miss Cathy is going to host once again another seminar for ASEAN for the youth department, and this time it's going to be personality development. And would you like to say something about personality development as a webinar, Dr. Alex?
Yes, this is a webinar which you shouldn't miss if you are really interested with ASEAN Youth Organization. It will help you find self-confidence, self-awareness, and really find your strengths and weaknesses, and conquer your weaknesses as a person. And the good thing about this is we have authorities on this, like our Change Coach Academy founder here, which is Tita Billie, and of course Miss Cathy. She is really a very seasoned beauty queen that undergo a lot of personality development webinars, and I think she is really one of authority to like share. So this is one that you shouldn't miss. So join us if you can. And also, Jeremy, you are very welcome to join us with this module, because this is really exciting. It's about self confidence, self awareness, and really development of self, which the youth need right now because of the pandemic and because of what's happening. And it really would boost them to become better. And you'd be surprised, like at the end of the workshop they are so knowledgeable about things that we share with them. We deep dive on things. Ate Billy would really make them dig deeper into who they are as a person and how they should become, so that's how you do it with the personality development module that we have.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Alex, for plugging in our personality development webinar coming on Saturday next week at 5 o'clock Philippine time. So hopefully you guys can join us. Of course, we would like to invite Jeremy as another contributor to our webinar on Saturday. Other than that, I had a great time, and hopefully all our viewers had a great time. And thank you very much from all the people that are watching us, and of course to our host, uh, Jeremy, and my
Thank you,
co-host,
Jeremy.
Dr. Alex, and another co-host, Miss Kathy. Okay, so we signing off. Bye bye, everybody.
Enjoy
Bye,
your
everyone.
bye. See you at the Billy later in a
Bye
bit.
bye.
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 Thank you, Jeremy.
since the sunshine comes from the east, till the light of the dark is coming. We are all up in our eyes, we are all up in our heart, we are all